So will start the session. Yes. Yesterday we have discussed till all this, right? So till uh, about the data types and what is the different variable keywords we have, and so that what we were discussing, right? So today we will discuss about the JS events. Okay, so what is JS events? So any idea what is called events in JavaScript? So what is called events? How we can perform events? So what is the name called event? So why events are most more important in this subject? Any idea? So why we need to go for this event? Yes or no? I hope my voice is audible to everyone. Okay, fine. Okay, let's start the session. I hope, I think you guys are not aware of it. So let's start with. So in a JS event, events means just nothing but it's a signal that something has happened. If something you're going to do, so example, let's take I'm a user and I'm just interacting with my system or a website. Okay. And what are the different ways I can interact with the system? With the website, what are the interactions? What is the interface between me and the website? Can you tell me what are the interface or the intermediate between me and the website? So just imagine yourself. So you're going to interact with the website, but how? How you're going to interact? What are the external devices which you are going to interact? 1 minute. Internet. Okay. Oh, just don't think about the internet. So what I'm trying to ask is you are going to give some input to the website. Okay, just you're filling the form or you're just clicking on the button. So whatever. So how you are communicating? If you want to type your name, what is the external device you'll be interacting with? If you're just typing your name in the sign up, yes, keyboard and mouse, right? So three keyboard. So you'll be giving some buttons. You're pressing on some buttons, and in the mouse, you will go with one click or double click. So if the folder is there, and I just want to click on the folder and want to view or what are the files inside it. So how you will do it? You just click on it, and you can see all the files, right? For something you need to click on double clicks like this for each and every things we have a different events. Okay, so let's say for a keyboard event we have a different methods in a JavaScript like key up, key down. Okay, if you press on the something, so it will show you the output regarding that. And if I have some text, okay, or if I have an image and I'm trying to hover it, I'm just hovering, mouse move or mouse down or mouse over. So whatever the event that is the elements, sorry, the events which I'm trying to give, so it will react accordingly. The website is going to react accordingly and click or double click. So like this, we have a different events. Even if you copy and paste, okay, if you're copying some text from any particular device from the page, let's say I'm just copying my text from the WhatsApp and I'm just pasting it somewhere else. So what it will show, some message will be there, like you copied the text. Am I right? So that is one kind of event. And if I submit the whole form, okay, so the data will get stored on the server side. So that is one kind of event. Okay, like this, we have a different event. So now we were discussing about, so now we are going to discuss about this JS events. Let's see. So these are the different events we will going to take place. So first we'll see about click. When the mouse clicks on an element, the touchscreen device is generated it to on a tab. And context menu, when the mouse right clicks on an element, mouse over and mouse up. When the mouse cursor moves over and leaves an element, and mouse down and mouse up. So when the mouse button is pressed and released over an element, and mouse move when the mouse is moved. So these is a keyboard event. So how the keyboard event is performed? So here, I think, yeah. So here the keyboard event is performed. That is click event. So click event is nothing but here in the HTML. So we are just giving input. The type is button and on click count rabbit and the value is something. So what it is going to display. And in the function, I'm giving the function name and the follow. I'm just giving a follow up to print the output. So let's see this how it's going to be the value. So it is a very simple example. Let's see this. So Visual Studio Code. Okay. So here, let me create a basic structure. So inside this, I will, the first thing is I'm going to give an input. Okay. According to the input, it will showcase the output. Okay. So the first one inside the body element, I'm giving so first input type is equals to button. Okay. And then, so this is going to perform like a button and I'm giving a value. So what it is going to display. I'm going to count the value. And next is here, I will add the event name. So event name here is I'm just going to click the element that is button. So that is why on click equals to the function name. So whatever the functionality you're going to perform that you need to mention it here. So let's write the script here. So inside the script, a function keyword and function name, I'm just giving, you can give whatever the name you want. Let me give count of. So function, how we will create function keyword and the function name and the of parenthesis. Inside this, I want to loop it. Okay, so for means in the for loop. So first one will, what is the data type will be, sorry, the variable keyword will be specified. And next to that, you are going to initialize. So I is equals to 1. And then I is greater than or equal to 3. And I increment. Clear? So inside this, I'm giving an alert message. So the count value is less than. Okay, so if I run this, so here I have a button called count value. If I click on this, so what happened? Okay, so I didn't mention the function name here. So let me give a function name of. So now it is saying like count value is 1. If I click second time, third time, and it goes on. So 3 times it will get looped. If I increase the value till 10, so what happened? The count value get increased. 0, 1, 2, 3, like this it goes on. Clear, guys? So how we need to create an event? So you need to give a event name and the function name and the loop. Any doubts on this? Yes or no? Everyone understood the concept? yes or no, or just give thumbs up. Or if you want me to repeat, I can also repeat again. So events are very important because whenever you're attending interview, you will be getting a question from event listener, event propagations, and event bubbling. Okay, so there are a lot of questions from events. So please be thorough with it. And next, we'll come to the PPT. So next is again, this is for a DOM property. The same. Okay, here they are creating a ID call element. Okay, once they are creating an ID call element, so element dot on click. So they are they are not creating any separate function. So instead of giving here, they directly using an ID. Yeah, that's just displaying the output. And what is called add event listener? What is called add event listener? So add event listener is same the functionality which the event is performing. But the only thing is the difference is nothing but the way it presents in a different. Okay, the way it presents it's different. So see here in the input ID, I'm just giving element and the type button and the value was click me. Okay, and the function is first one I'm creating a handler one, second is handler two. So handler one the output will be like thanks. Next is thanks again. And then here I'm using a arrow function like alert, hello. Let me explain you clearly here. The first one is in the body element. I'm just giving input and I'm just creating an ID called ALM. And the type is what? I need a button. Okay. And then a value. So value is click me. So this is the button which I've created. So the next is script. So what is script? So inside the script only you will be writing your JavaScript code. Am I right? So first function I'm creating was handler one. So handler one function name. Okay, inside the handler one, I'm giving the alert message of thanks. And I'm just copying this. I'm creating one more a function called handler two. So message is going to be thanks again. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you some question. You need to answer it. Okay. So next is, so normally if I'm fetching the data of a function, just I'm using the element name. So I'm just using the ID dot on click of is equals to, I'm using arrow function here. So arrow function, what is the alert message that you will be mentioning, right? So alert, hello students. So this is a normal event function that is function. So what is called event listener? So here again I'm using this ID. I'm fetching the details of that ID dot. I'm adding the event listener. Okay, add event listener as a method. So inside this, I'm going to give two values. One is what is the event name? So event is I'm going to perform a click event. And next is what is my function name? It's a handler. So handler one. And then element dot event, sorry, add event listener of a click, comma. So everything, if it is going to be in a function, definitely it will be in the parenthesis value, right? So click and then handler two. That's so I think everything is done. So let's go and check in the output. So if you click here, first it is saying what? Hello student. And the next event is going to be the handler one. So the output is going to be what? Thanks. And the third output is going to be, so here I mentioned wrongly. First is hello student and thanks again. Clear? How to give the add event listener. Now add event listener, first value will be the event name. The another one is called what? The function name. Clear everyone? Any doubts as of now? Any questions? Yes, no? So you want more examples? I can show you some more examples. Okay, if you understood, okay, if you are understood, let me ask you some question. Okay, so you just answer me. So how you will create an event? Just I need to get an alert message if I click on the button. So how can you do that? How can you do that? Are you going to answer the question, or I can show you some more examples on it? Why, guys? Everyone is so silent. Celebration mood, Diwali mood. One more example. Okay. So guys, I'm today I plan to create one simple website. Okay. So in that, you have some 2 days of time, right? On Saturday and Sunday. So what you guys have to do is you need to apply all this concept. Okay, I'll be sharing the code with you regarding the front end. So how have we created? So you can also try, and you have to create a portfolio like that. Okay, I have included some grid and flex concept there. Okay, you have to do the same thing, which is very important, flex and grid. Okay, so once I've created it, I'll be sharing the code with you. Just understand the concept, how I've created, and you have to apply some events like this. You can apply some mouse events or key events, whatever. Okay, you have to do it on your own. And on Monday, I'll be asking you to showcase the out. Okay, clear? Did I told you how you can import the code in the GitHub? Everyone knows, how to include the code in the that is in the GitHub that is hosting the code. If you're not aware, I can also show you that. So you don't want to, send me a code. Instead of that, you can share me as a link, GitHub link. Okay. Okay, let's see some other examples. Just 1 minute. Okay, this is on key up event and this is on mouse over. So on mouse over is very, very simple. So if you see here what they have done. So why I'm not talking about this is a random color. So we'll see that later. Okay, it is nothing but if you type the if you click on the up arrow on the keyboard, so it will randomly changes the color. So that is a code about. So now we'll see about this mouse over. So mouse over means what is mouse over? After this we have on change. Mouse over. So mouse over. Sorry, this is script, right? Okay, so this is, so now what I'm going to, what is my idea is I'm going to create one, div container first. Okay, let me create a div container. For a div container, what are the things I need? So it will be an empty box. Am I right? So I'm going to create a box. So let's say I'm giving the ID of some ID names. I'm just giving a hover is the ID. And then I'm giving some mouse events. So event name is what? Previously we have come across on click. Am I right? So now we are going to see about on mouse over. It's the event name. So in the event name, so I need to add a functions as of now, just leave it empty. And then let me add some background styles to make that as in a container. So background color. So let me give color. And then I need a width and height of that box. Am I right? So width is going to be some 200 pixels. And the height, this is a property and the value is going to be 200 pixels. Clear? So like this I've created. So the ID is there and mouse over and everything is. So now here, let me create a script. So inside the script element, I want to create a function. So function name is, let's say hover. So here I can add a function name to be hover. Clear? So I have given, so you can also add border if you want. Always like to add some border. I have added a border, so function over. So inside the function over, I'm creating a that is variable keyword. Let's say I'm creating a variable called e and documents dot get element by ID. So what is this? So I already told you DOM. DOM means document object model. So whatever the element we are giving on the web browser, okay, which is going to display. So that, in a JavaScript, we will be using as an object. Okay. So for each and every thing, we have an element name. So whatever if you're trying to do it in a JavaScript, if suppose I'm going to get the details of this ID. So what is in the ID container? The ID container, we have some details. We have created a box. So I want to fetch the box. So that is why I'm adding this method. So in the document. Okay, so document is an object and get element by ID is a one of the method which is available in this document object. Okay, so now what is the ID name which I have mentioned? Can anyone tell me what is the ID name I have given here? What is the ID name of the div container? It's hover. Good. So I'm just giving a hover here. So after giving a hover, first in the starting, if I hover it, it should not display the container. So for that, I'm adding a inline style. So this is called as a the inline style. So how style dot display is equals to none. Clear? So e dot the style dot display is equals to none. So display is going to be none here. So none means what? Nothing will be displayed. That is why we are using a style display and none. So let's see the output. What happened? So ID over, on mouse over, and then style background. Okay. So let me remove this border. Let's check. me add. Yeah. So, but hover is not working. Oh, let me try with the other browser. Let me check whether I have closed. Yes, I closed the script, the head element, and the body element. Should not display. Let me type it again. Style dot display is equals to none. Okay, let try with the image, but this is the same code, but there is some issue, I think. That's why it's not displaying. But this is the exact code to get an output. Okay, let's see with some other example. Then we can go with the other things. Okay, so let's see. So the concept, did you understand, guys? This is a concept. So to just, not to display the values, that is, if you hover it, it will not show the output. But we'll check. I'll check and let you know. Okay, what is the mistake? So as of now, so we'll go with this some other different example. So I'm going to showcase you today, like with all the other events in the same page. Okay, in the same page, I'm going to display the all the output for the events. So let's see how we can do it in a single go. Okay, so using this event. So let's say first I'm going to create an that is element which is needed for the output. Okay, and then I'm going to write the script. Okay, so first we'll complete with the elements. So what are the elements I need? And then we'll go with the script part. Okay, so let's say I'll first create some elements, that is paragraphs. Again, let's go with. So here again, I will try to execute the things. So let's say I'm having the ID, let's say hover. I'll try this again on mouse over is equal to over off, and then style is equals to background color, and then I'm adding some height. It's going to be some 200 pixels, and the width I'm just giving a 200 pixels. Okay, so let it be like this. So now in the head element, I'm just creating a script here. So script. So inside the script, function and hover off. So in the over off, let me create a variable A. So document dot get element by ID over, and then A dot style dot display dot one. Yeah, so now it is working. I told you, right? So there is no mistake at all, but it is now it is working. Okay, fine. So I think there is some error in here in this any of this place. That's why it's getting error. So now everyone is understood, right? So if I refresh, the mouse over concept is if I select this div container, some thing is going to perform. So what is the perform is the functionality is that I'm going to write it within the function. So just I want to hidden the div container. So it will get disappear. Okay. So the next one is I'm going to use the again, I'm going to try the on mouse over for the image. So how I can do that? So let me create two to three elements. Okay. So let's say input and I'm giving an element name is going to be on change. So in on change, if I change something, the value should get displayed. So alert of this dot value. And the type is going to be number. Here, the type is going to be number. So now let's refresh. So let me put this down. Okay, what I can do is better copy this and I'll just put it at the top. Okay. So if I type something, one, so it is showing like in the page, what it is showing, it's showing the value. So let's say I'm changing the value to be 5 and I click on the enter. So the output is going to be what? 5. Okay. So this is the event called on change. So the next one is I'm going to perform the output for. So either you can go like this or you can give something. Let's say the same thing. Let's take this and I'm giving a margin left to be some 45 percentage. Then what happens? It will move towards the left. Let me give it inside the style. Style is equals to margin left. You can also increase this. or let me give it as a right. To be left and 100. So let's say, so it's moving over here. So you here you can give. So you can also increase little bit, or you can give, you can put it at the bottom. Either way you can do it. Okay. So as of now, I'm just deleting it. So margin and the padding value, it will help you to place the element exactly. Okay. So the next is I'm creating a image. Okay. So in the image element, let's say I'm going to use the event called on mouse over. So in the on mouse over, the method. So later we will provide the method name. So the next is on mouse out. So on mouse over means I'm just overing whatever the element which you have given. So that will show some functionality. Okay. And mouse out is, so I'm in the element, but for a while I just come out from the element. Then what is going to be the result? Clear? So this is how the process is going to be. So next is I'm just giving, I don't want any border. So let's give 0. And the next is I need to provide the SRC, that is file. So what is the file? So image, let's say I'm just getting a smiley images. Smiley, I want a GIF. Okay, let me take this image address. I'll put it here. Okay, clear. So I have done with the SRC file. So what is the next thing? So what is the width and the height of this particular image? So let me give some 40, and height is going to be some 40. So height and width was provided. So as of now, we need to include the function names. Am I right? So let's go here and give a function name. So let's give a function keyword, and the function name is going to be, let's say, big img as a file name. So big img, and the variable is which I'm going to give here is, so I want to give some variables to get the values. Let's say for an example, so before giving this, I'm giving the value to be, I'm sorry for the background noise, guys. Okay, so now here I'm just giving a parameter value as x. Okay, so next step will be, I'm just going to make the image size a larger than the normal one. Okay, so the normal one is what? 40 width and the height is 14. So I'm going to increase it. So how I can increase it? Using a style property. Style dot, the height is going to be, I'm just giving as some 70 pixels. Okay, and the height is, that is width, is going to be what? Some 70 pixels. Okay, that's all. So the next one is, I'm just copying and I'm changing the value to be a normal. So normal IMG. So the normal IMG, the value, let's take, I'm just giving a 30. And here I'm giving a 30. So the next steps will be in the empty. So after the even name, so the value is empty. So here I need to give the function names, IMG of this, because we have previously we have given the parameter value. Instead of that, I'm just giving a keyword called this. Then what is the second functioning? Normal img of this. Clear? So this is how you have created. Let's see the output. So let me better all this. So it's a normal image. If I click on this, it is getting increased. And if I just 1 minute, let me increase the value a little bit. 100. And this is going to be 100. And the normal width size, let me give it as 50. And this is to be 50. I'll just change this value to be 70 and 70. Okay. So now let's refresh. So it is in 50 pixels. If I click on this, I can see it is in 70 pixels. That is 70 width and 70 height. And if I remove it, it is in the normal size of 70 pixels. Okay. So let me explain it again. So it is in 50 pixel. If I hover the mouse, it is in 100 pixel. If I just get out from the element, so it is in the 70 pixels. Is everyone clear about this? Yes or no? Can I get some response from you guys? Did you understood? May I know?
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay, fine. I'm just getting a reply from some 2 to 3 students. What about the remaining students? Everyone is okay? Okay. I hope everyone will get a job in between, in the final year itself for getting a final year. Okay, so just prepare yourself accordingly so that you will get a job easily. Okay. Okay. Now let's get into the PPT. So this is the on change and on focus event is also the same thing. So it will just show you the blur image, and if you want to focus something, so that will show you the focus thing. Okay. So now we will get into a JavaScript animation. So how we can perform the animations. So in CSS also we have animations that will be performed through the keyframes that you will be seeing it in your the upcoming program that is in a full stack web development. You will understand. So what is about the CSS animations? Okay. So as of now for the foundation we don't have, but here in JavaScript we have animations. Okay. So in animations can handle the things that CSS can't. In a CSS, what animations we can do is exactly we can make a object can move from one particular side to the another side. It may be from left to right or top to bottom, and we can also give the values like infinite. So it can be rolling the output infinite times. Okay. So like this, we can give some kind of functionality, the timing, duration, delay. But what difference in this JavaScript? Actually, in this JavaScript, you'll be setting particular value. Example, if I want some object to move from left to right. Okay, let's say from left to right. After moving the object from left to right, some intervals. Okay, so I'm just setting the intervals like I want an object to move from left to right at one particular time. So I'll be doing a logic. I'll be creating a logic for it. So how long it's going to travel and how long the time it's going to take. And after a certain point, it will clear the interval. Okay. So this is how the planning will be. Okay. So now, so using a set interval, definitely this is the interview question. So what is set interval, clear interval? Okay. So what a set interval means, an animation can be implemented as a sequence of frames. Usually a small images to HTML CSS properties. For instance, changing the style dot left from 0 pixel to 100 pixels moves the element. If we increase it in the set interval, changing by 2 pixel with a tiny delay, like 50 times per second, then it looks smooth. Okay. So how the frame is going to perform. Okay, how the each and every frames will perform. So here we can give a duration and the delay. So delay is example, the tiny delay like 50 times per second. Okay, the same principles as in cinema. So 24 frames per second. Per second, how many frames? 24 frames is enough to make it look smooth. So that was performing in cinema. Okay. So now let's see the code for JavaScript. That is for JavaScript animation. So let me remove this. So now first I will take one particular image. Okay. So let's take an image. I need a GIF image. Okay. So let me take a SRC file. Let's take a train GIF image. So let me take this pink. So pink is okay, I think. Okay, let's take pink color. So right click, copy the image address and paste it here. So this is not in the script. So let me paste it in the body element. Okay. And after this, if you want to give any width and height, you can specify, otherwise leave it. So now I'm just going to use this in a script element. I'm going to add a script element and I'm going to style this train. So how I can style this train? So let me give a style element. Okay, the ID is, let me give the ID to be train slash train. The position is relative. So anyone knows what is the position relative? So what is called position relative? Any idea? Anyone knows why we are using this position relative? Any guesses? So what is this? No. Okay. Okay, relative is nothing but example, it is like a parent element. Okay, so just so if you are trying to place some element, okay, it may be in the top or bottom or left or right. You can give some special property to that and you can place it. Okay, that is going to be a relative. Okay, so what I'm going to give is I'm just going to give this particular, use two values top and left along with the position property to move an element anywhere in the HTML document. Okay. And then I'm just giving a cursor to be a pointer. So cursor is just the cursor movement. Okay, so you can give whatever the cursor pointer you want. You just search it. So whatever which is very suitable. So while you're creating, you can give that kind of pointer to a website. If example, if you're trying to create some gaming website, then you can give a cursor pointer in a different way. Okay. So next is So here, so this is my ID, that is train. Okay, let me give the name to be train. So train dot on click. So I'm going to use a function called on click, and the function, this is like an anonymous function. Okay, just we are giving a value, and what is the ID value, that is ID which we have created, train. Okay, and function of. So inside the function, so let start. I'm going to start. So the date dot now. I'm just starting now with the today's date. Okay, and next is let. I'm creating the another variable called what, timer. So timer is nothing but set interval. Okay, set interval. What are the values we need to define? The handler name and the time handler. So handler is nothing but the function which you are going to create. So here inside the set interval, you will be giving a two things. One is your function name. The another one is the how many seconds it is going to take. Okay. So now first I'm just giving a callback function. Callback function inside this. Again, let me give a let a time passed is equals to date dot now minus start. Let time passed. Then the time passed is equals to date dot now minus start. Okay, next is I'm just giving a train dot style dot left is equals to time passed divided by 5 plus pixel. Okay, this is nothing but this is a calculation. So, it will minus the start. So that is time pass. If the time is completed, it will becomes a 0. Okay, next is a train dot style. So you're going to style this left towards. So time passed divided by 5. So plus that is pixel value. Clear? So next is if a time passed is greater than 2000. So finally clear the interval. So finally clear the interval and just close this curly brace. So this is the, functionality which we are closing here. And then minus 20. So 20 is nothing but a seconds value. So I need to reduce the size. Let me reduce the size. Better I can, 1 minute, let me check this. Let me get the other image. So I have one image already. Let me get it. Let me get this. A minute. Let me check the paths. So it is moving. So if I use the previous one also, it will work. Let me copy this. Copy image. So it will move towards like this. Okay. So like this, you can give an animation to your website. Okay, like you can give some kind of pamphlets to your website regarding example. Let's take if you're going to use any shopping website, and if you want to make any particular the kind of the image that you want to showcase to the customer or the user, then you can highlight like these kind of animations you can do. Okay, clear everyone? So this is actually this is a mathematical calculation, this one. So it is time passed divided by 5 plus 0 pixels. It starts from 0. Okay. So and it goes on once the time is completed. Okay, if it is the time passed is greater than 2000, then you need to clear the interval. Okay, this will happen for this much of time. Clear? Any doubts, guys? Anyone? Yes or no? Any doubts as of now? Okay. Okay. So the next concept is cookies. How to the PPT. Cookies. So what are cookies? So cookie is a piece of data that is stored on your computer to be accessed by your browser. Okay. Uh, this is a piece of data. So why do you need a cookie? So this is a content. Like we'll see why do you need a cookie. So actually, uh, in a real time, we'll just think. So we don't want to talk about the PPT. Okay. So I am a user. Okay. I'm just typing something on my website and, you know, whatever I type on the browser, so it is going to interact with the server, right? So but each and every information will not get stored on the server side. So that is why in the browser side itself we have something called as cookie. So what cookie will do? Cookie will store the information whatever we are searching for, and the password, if you are giving a password, it will ask whether you want to save, so that password also will get stored. Right. So this is how the working process will be. So it's a piece of data. So the communication between a web browser and the server happens using a stateless protocol named HTTP. Okay. So this is a stateless protocol, and the stateless protocol treats each request independently. Okay. So stateless protocol, what it does, it treats each request independently. So server does not keep the data after sending it to the browser. So after sending it to the browser, the server will not have any kind of information. So, but in many situation, the data will be required again. So here comes a cookie into the picture. So with a cookie, the web browser will not have to communicate with the server each time the data is required. Instead, it can be fetched directly from the computer. So JavaScript set cookie the trainer, and you can create the cookie using a document.cookie property like this. So document.cookie and cookie name is equal to cookie value. Clear? So like this we can do. Understood everyone? So what is cookie and how to create a cookie? So this is how we will be creating a cookie. Any doubts on this? How to create a cookie? So this is an example for a cookie process. So first we are entering Edinet Foundation, and then how many days you want to store a name on your computer. So once it is, so it will show you for the 5 times, it will, just show you like, welcome back Edinet Foundation. Okay. Then let's see about the session. So once we complete, then we will see an example for this. So what is session storage object? So actually this stores the data only for a session. It means that the data stored in the session storage will be deleted when the browser is closed. If the browser is closed, then the data stored in the session is also get deleted. The page session, last as long as the web browser is open, the survive over the page refresh. So when you open a page in a new tab or window, the web browser creates a new session. So if you open a multiple tabs on a Windows with the same URL, the web browser creates a separate session storage for each tab or a window. Okay. So it's like an object, it's like an ID. One ID will be generated for each and every process. So the data stored in one web browser tab cannot be accessible in the another tab. So when you close a tab or window, the web browser ends the session and clears the data in the session storage. So this is the example. So how the session storage will happen. So see here, here the button is created. We are just checking whether the session storage is happening or not. Okay. So just we are giving a functionality. So functionality is nothing but session storage dot click count. Okay. We are just going to, we are going to set the session storage dot click count is equal to number session storage dot click count plus 1. Okay. So what happened is the click count will be, added one by one. So if it is not, the click count is not, being taken, then it will be showing 1. Okay, this is a simple example of a session storage and the cookies. Let's see that. Okay, better we'll do one thing. Actually, guys, Monday we don't have any classes. Okay, so we'll be having it on Tuesday. So Monday is a holiday. Clear. So we'll be having it on Tuesday. So I just want to, showcase you some example for this one. The real time web page creation. Let's see that. And then because everyone has to create a portfolio, that is mandatory. That's why I'm just showcasing you some example here. So yesterday I told you, right? So how to create a header element. and the semantic element. So let's see that. So I'm just creating a header element. Okay, inside this, I want a image and the heading of your, that is your portfolio name and the navigation part. Okay, let me create a image src, and then let me give some image. Let me get it from the online. Let me take this image with image link. But in a real time, they will give you an image. Okay, you just want to display it. And the span element. So inside the span element, I'm just giving my name, Mageshwari portfolio. Okay. And after this, I want some navigations. So inside the navigation, what are the tabs we need? I need some links. Let me give a link name home. About services contact. Okay. So like this, we have created the header. So in the header part, let's go and check so how the output is going to be. So the image is so bigger. So what we can do is we need to minimize the things, right? So let me get into the style. So go to the style element, asterisk. I'm just giving a background for all the body element and everything. So background color, let's say I'm just giving a black. Okay. And the font family. So font family, how I'm going to take is, guys, mostly get it from the Google Fonts. So go to the Google Fonts and cursive. Let me click here. Okay, so I've added the font families as a cursor. So once I done this, I need to change the image size. Okay, so let me give an image, that is header. So inside the header, I have an image element. So let me give the width of some 25 percentage. So now you can see the image is in 25 percentage and the text is here. So even I can also decrease little bit. Still it is, let me give some 5 percentage. Okay, this is enough. This is a logo and this is my content. And where is the heading which is not showing up? Okay, let me add a color. Color is going to be white. Okay, so here you can see my name and here the details. Okay, and I want to arrange all these in a single row. So how I can do this? I'm going with a concept called grid. Okay, using a grid I can place this. How? So header, display grids, and I'm going to make these three things in a column wise. So this is going to be a 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, totally 3 columns. So for that, grid templates for columns, auto, auto, auto. Auto means a value. You can give it as a pixel or a percentage, or you can give it as an auto value. Auto means automatically it will be calculated. And I need a space in between. So justify content. Justify content to arrange the element in the horizontal manner. Okay. So I want the space in between. So I'm just giving a space hyphen between. So I think you can increase the image size. Okay. So this is how we have created. So now I don't want this underlines. So let me remove the underlines. Let me give it as anchor tag. So inside the anchor tag, text decoration. I don't want the text decoration. So it should be none. Clear. So it is removed. And then I need to decrease the font size because it is very size is very larger. So let me give it as a font size to be what? Some 10 pixels. So now you can see it is in the smaller size. Okay. And for the next, you can also add some margin right towards it. So, and before that, let me check with the heading one. So I'm going to decrease the font size for this as well. Let me give it as 10 pixels. Is not what is the heading which I've given span, right? Okay, span. For span, I'm just giving a font size to be 10. Okay. So the next is I need some space. The margin spaces, margin right is going to be some 20 pixels. So margin is for the one element to the another element. What is the space? And here also I can give the margin left. Let me give a 0. Oh, sorry, it's not moving. Okay, right words. Okay, so here I'm just placing my heading, and even you can also just reduce the logo size if you want. Okay, and I've given a home, about, and service and contact. So what is the next? I need to showcase about me. So what I am. Am I right? So for that, let me create an article. So article. So inside the article, let me create a section. So article, let me create an ID because I'm going to create one more article. So that is why. So and here also I'm giving an ID to be EA. Okay. And inside this section, I'll just displaying the text to be H1 about me. And I'll get some paragraph from Lorem Ipsum. Okay. So like this, you can just put in that is it is in yeah. So like this, you can just put an image, and I can also decrease this image size to some 5%. Okay. And next to this, but in the Chrome browser, it will be different. And if you see in the Mozilla Firefox, it will be different. Okay. So next is I need to display some details of the projects. Okay, my project works. Again, let me create one more article. Okay, let me create one more articles. Let's say the article ID is equals to D. And the section, I'm going to create some 6 sections here. So ID is equals to B. Okay. So inside the section, I'm going to create a card. So yesterday I told you, right? So how to create a card. So the same how. So here I'm using H1, just giving a React JS project. Okay, that is a React JS project, and I'm giving an image of it. So let me give an image. It's project images. So let me copy an image link. And the width I'm giving as 100%. So 100% means within the sections. Okay. So the next is I need a container. So in the container, I'm going to put the heading of it and the other things. Give me a minute, guys. Guys, can you hear me now? I'm sorry. I was late for 2 times. Yeah. Okay, fine, guys. So now I've given a name for the card and the image and then the heading. So that is I've created DAV container. So container is equals to sorry, class name is going to, I'm just giving as a container. You can give whatever the name you want. Okay, that is not a problem. And next to this, after creating this container, so this is my heading and this is my image. Inside this, I will describe the heading of the project. So let me give a responsive site using a React JS, a paragraph. So this is about a real-time project. Okay. I'm just giving a description of that project and then button. So button, in the button, let me type the value that is type is going to be button. And next to this, I'm giving this to be a read mode. Okay. This button is going to be a read mode. And next is, again, I am going to give a button. So what is the button is about? I'm just giving a discount for the project. So sometimes you can see in the online, if you want to purchase the, that particular project, they will be giving some discounts and the values will be mentioned, right? So like that, I have given some button, okay, to pay for a pay option. Clear? So this is the type of, I'm just giving a discount of a 20%. So clear, this is a one of the section. So section ID is B, and I'm giving a heading and the image source and DAV containers container and heading and paragraph and button. There are two buttons. Okay. So one is read more, the another button is discount. Clear? And let me copy this again. Okay, first I'll complete this. So as of now, the width is 100%. Just copy this ID. Okay. Okay. So now it is done. So now we are going to, so previously we were discussing about the grid. So using a grid, we have splitted these three things. Okay. Right. So one is image, the another one is your name, and the other is your text. Okay. You can change and increase the things. So now you can see how the elements has been placed like this. I don't want like this. I want to place the elements in the next to next. So for next to next, I have one more concept that is called as a flex concept. Okay. So flex concept is nothing but, let me show you. So let's go to the Flipkart. Okay. So in a Flipkart and Amazon website. So if I go to the Amazon website, how the content is going to be present like this in a grid wise, it will be in a two-dimensional row and column. But if you go to the Flipkart, so it is in a single dimensional, right? So how it is? It is like a single dimensional. So it will be like this. You can check the things in a column or either you can go with the row. So these are the two options you'll be getting. Clear? So now I'm going to, accept the concept of a flex. I'm going to add the flex concept. So how we can add? Just go here. I've added totally six. Okay, six articles are presented. So after this span, slash D. So what is called slash D? Slash D is a article ID name. So there is article. So article ID name is D, and the section ID is B. So article ID is D. So I'm just giving a property to be displayed and the flex value is flex. And flex flow is, I'm just giving the value to be wrap. Wrap is nothing but it will, wrap your elements from left to right. So it will not exceed more than 1024 pixels. Okay. So that is why we are giving this a wrap value. And next to this, justify content. A space between. Clear? So D is a space between. So after this, so let's see. Still it persists the same. So what we can do? Any idea? So after giving this also it persists same. So why? Because I want to set my sections. Okay, section is what? Hash B. Section to be a width of some 33. Because totally 100%, that's why I'm giving like 33.33%. So now we can see. So it is placed like this. Clear everyone till this? So if you have any doubts also, you can just create a border here. So you can check where exactly the elements are get placed. Okay. So while adding the borders, it is just taking, some spaces. So let's be like this. Okay, clear? So the next step will be the image. So image, I can also set some margins here. So let me hash D is the article name and IMG. So inside this margin value, I'm just giving 0.3 pixels. Okay. And you can arrange this values. How we can arrange this values exactly? Like, I just want to give some event here. So I want you guys to give some event on this read more and discount of 20%. Okay, that is your task on Monday. So while coming on Monday, I need two things. You have to create one sign up form here. Sorry, ma. Okay, so this is the page of this one. And one more thing. So what is this hash? So this is a simple page which you have created. Next, you can add a footer. So in whatever the images you want to change, example, let me change the project's name. So whatever the projects you have, you can change accordingly. Let me change this to be a Java. Copy the image address and place it here. Just mentioning this to be a Java project. Okay. So like this, it is showcasing like Java script enterprises projects. And what else we can add? jQuery. Black background. The image link. Okay, like this, you can add some more projects like this. Okay, you can change the things accordingly. And so for the other things also, I'm just changing. Copy this logo. So mine is not displaying. Spring Boot. Take this, copy, image link. This. Okay, like this, you can add the things. Guys, please be on mute. I don't know in the session why you are guys are talking and doing something. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So these are the examples like this. You can import the things okay accordingly, yeah, and then you can add footers at the bottom. Let me add some other images with so everyone has to complete this on Monday. So everyone has to share the link with me. Let me show you so how you can create a link using a GitHub. Okay, please refer this video link, and everyone has to create the portfolio. Okay, like this you have to update the things, and finally you need to include the footer. So how you can add the footers, and you can decrease the image size if you want in the footer. Copyrights reserved. Um, so like this, you can add the footer at the bottom. So if you want to make some changes, you can give the values here. Or you can do it in a separate sheet. Okay, that is also right. Okay. And if you want to add some more links at the bottom in the footer also, that also we can do it. So example, I'm just adding this to be in a paragraph. If you have any services, or if you are providing any kind of tutorial kind of things, then you can add here like a link. Okay, let me give as a navigation. So inside this, I'm just giving link. Let me create this to be an ID of H. Inside this, you can give some links. Okay, like HRE is equals to. What are the links we can give? Example, the services which you are offering. Let's say HTML project services. Placement consultancy. Like this, you can add whatever you are doing extra. So example, like if you are doing some photographics or whatever the additional works you are doing, just you can also give that. So like this, you can add some more link here at the bottom. Okay, like this, it will be like a link, but you have to arrange it in a next line. For that, you can go with the unordered list. List element. Okay, like this, you can add it if you want it. You don't want the this bullet points, then you can remove that. Example, let me give some values here for the unordered list, and you can just give it as a that is list style type is should be none. So if you give it as a none, so the values will be like it will not show this bullet point. Clear everyone till this how to create a simple site. So you can increase the size accordingly. Just for an example I've given. So images also you can decrease it. So everyone is clear till this? Ma'am, how to make a space between image to image. So like the space between this and this, right? So you can give the margin values. You can give a margin values, but if you are using a grid concept or in a grid concept also you can create this. How you can create this in a grid concept? The same how. So let's try. So if I'm using the grid concept for here also, you will be changing. So let me copy. Let me just delete this. We'll be using a display of grid, and I need a 3 columns. Okay, so 3 columns means grid template columns, and I need 3 values, 3 columns. So, but here you can see the spaces are, little bit, it is not aligned properly, right? So for that, what we can do is we need to make a changes. So better if you're creating the kind of, the flex box is mainly for the responsiveness. For a responsiveness, you can do it. So let me show you. Let me open this. So whenever you are just doing like this, see here, the content is also just, making, the content is also arranging accordingly. So without any media queries, but just we are doing it. So mostly if you are creating any kind of web pages, just go with the flex and grid concept. Clear? And next is how to import this code in a Git. Okay, let me show you. So how to work with a Gits. So you have to create an account in this Git. So everyone knows what is Git? Yes or no? So just click on this link and create a sign up, form. So once you signed in, you will get this page. Okay. So after creating this page, create new repository. So let me give a name to be portfolio. So I'll Seema portfolio. Okay. So once I done this, just click on add readme file and click on create repository. Once you've done this, you can upload the files which you have it on your system. So let me drag this. So I drag the file so it is get uploaded. So once you upload it, just click on commit changes. Okay, so now you can see your file index.html. You can see whatever the data which is there. So it is here now. Okay. So once you've done this, just go back and go to settings, pages, and click on GitHub Actions. Okay, I'm sorry. This one only. And click on main. Save the file. So you need to wait for a while. Then you'll be getting a link, the GitHub link. Let's save the documents. The root. Just wait for a minute and then we'll check again. guys, we got a link. Just click on this link so you can see the web page. So if I share this link, you can also see the website. Clear? So like this, everyone have to create a link and you need to share it on Monday. Clear? So you have 2 days of time. That is on Saturday, Sunday, sorry, even on Monday also. So Tuesday, before Tuesday, you have to share me this link. Okay. In that link, what are the modification I need is try to um, add the events in treat more and discount. Okay. Just add some events here and also add some kind of the events like for this one, you can add event of on click. And for this one, for the images, you can add some forward kind of things. Clear? So like this, you can also decrease the image size because it is really large. You can decrease the size of image and you can create it. Clear, guys, everyone? Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am,
So
understood,
everyone
ma'am.
will be, sorry, ma?
I'm understood, ma'am.
Okay, okay, thank you. So everyone has to come up with this portfolio link. Okay, because in a internships also, they will be recruiting the students for the internship. So that is mostly will be it's a stipend. Okay, they will be paying you, but with a less amount, I think. Okay, so if you if you do it properly, then they will be continuing with the same organization. So this is happening in a lot of companies. So please create a portfolio like this and include it in the resume. Clear, guys? I hope everyone is clear and do the activity on Monday and send it to me. Okay, everyone has to share me the GitHub link in the WhatsApp group. Clear? Okay, so let's think.